Is propaganda always negative?
I don't think so because I think most of the time actually propaganda is more on the positive side. It might be to do something with something negative, making it like, oh, you could help in making that positive, but I think most of the time it's actually positive rather than negative.
Yeah, like on this, the army one is like positive, then the other two are like talking bad about like the news, and then it looks like Hitler is listening to their conversation.
I agree with what Lydia said because this one's not bad, and it's like, it would be bad if it's like an election and they're saying like bad things about each other, but it's not bad if you're like gonna join something.
I'd like to add on what Al said. It's like they're bringing out, like they're making the other person look negative, but they're trying to promote themselves to make like positive
I have a connection to what Lydia said, mostly because in those puppy commercials, they look so sad in like the shelters or the interviews or whatever. Whatever the commercial is, let's bring it up. But then at the end it says you can help this situation by going to this number and calling and adopting a puppy.
I have a connection to make, and like whenever there's like a really sad commercial on, well, most people will feel really bad or want to help out, so they'll do something to help out.
I wanna ask, Zach, what were you talking about earlier?
Like they're trying to promote themselves to like make themselves positive ideas onto like making positive ideas for the country, but they're still trying to make the other person look negative. So they're like promoting themselves.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with what Zach said, because during those political advertisements where it was Johnny Ernst and Bruce Braley, like they were both, well, one was Johnny Ernst, like saying positive things about herself, and then saying that Bruce is just, I don't know, but like they were saying, saying good things about themselves, and then putting the other person down, and then the other person would say good things about themselves, and then say the exact same thing to the other person, so it's just kind of like a back and forth battle between the two.
I want to add on what you're saying because I think they didn't like actually name what, like they didn't say, oh, this person's doing bad stuff, but they like made it seem like they were doing bad stuff instead of like actually making up things.
Yeah, I agree with Abby and Sarah because especially between like that type of thing, like when they're electing a new president or a new senator or something, where there's usually like two people and then they just go back and forth and a lot of them have the same points and reasons why you should vote for them, but then they always like to like kind of like just say random stuff that they know that would affect the other person in a negative way to get people to like them more and to vote for them.
Can propaganda be sound like free from mistakes or showing good judgment?
Could you repeat that?
Can propaganda be sound free from mistakes or showing good judgment? Well, I think that propaganda sometimes has mistakes, like if it's showing like a bad, like advertisement thing, it's propaganda, and then maybe it has bad judgment to it.
every advertisement has a mistake or is telling something that's like lying, and nobody in a commercial like ever tells the truth because there's always one small lie that'll make you choose either side.
Yeah, every commercial is not necessarily propaganda. It might just be an advertisement. Like, for example, they might be trying to advertise Doritos. If that's not propaganda.
I agree with what Dorian said because yeah, some things I feel like it's like kind of one or the other. It's either an advertisement or propaganda, and it wouldn't be all that hard to tell just because of yeah, they might be trying to like selling a product based or like joining the army or joining some sort of thing that could help other people. Those are two almost like technically like completely different things. So I think he's right, like in the sense that it's usually one or the other. It's not really a mixed subject all that much.
Who does the propaganda's message benefit?
You should, sorry.
I think it benefits the people who put out the message saying that they should do something.
I agree with what you said, because why aren't they making a message for them?
Like with all those army ones.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it, but for the army ones, that's a good example for why, it wouldn't though, because they are benefiting more than just the people that are, like the Marine soldiers or the people that are in charge of running the armies. I think that it benefits more than just themselves though, because they're putting themselves out there, but it's to save other people that didn't join the army, so it's not just those people that decided to put a poster saying that there is going to be an army and that you should join it.
Yeah, the army one like benefits everyone, not just like the army, because helping our whole country.
Why did they create propaganda?
I say that people created the propaganda to try to get you to do something by either showing you something that's happening, or is going to happen. Like, there will be more wars. There's no telling about that. Like, I think Russia's still in the Civil War, and there's a war. I mean, but they're probably still going on about why you should join a certain army.
Yeah, I agree with what Dorian said, because I think what you mean, is, if I'm understanding correctly, is like you think that like a good example is again the armies, because there might not be a war right now going on for us or a specific country, but they still want to always keep in mind that one can easily come up really fast, and that can end up like they'll want to be prepared for that even if it's not going on right at that time. So the propagandas help them with that, because it constantly has people trying to enlist or enrolling and joining in early, sooner than later, before something bad might actually happen.
I agree with what Lydia said because like it's always relevant with whatever's happening, because like you always have to have like some sort of defense if it's with the army.